G'day guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to break down the exact steps that you can take to get rich in crypto this bull run. So if you like the sounds of that, make sure to like and subscribe and let's get into it. Now, the first thing you need to understand in order to get rich is you need to understand the Bitcoin cycle. So Bitcoin follows a 4-year cycle from the halving. Now, how many days is it after the halving that we actually break out and we go into price discovery? So typically it's about, if we measure from our last halving to the point where we actually broke above the all-time highs, it was about 210 days. Well, if we measure that from our current halving, where are we right now? Well, we're actually about 182 days past our halving. So we're not actually meant to be breaking out for a couple more weeks still, but we are very close and we don't have a lot of time left to accumulate. And I'm going to show you why this is important. So what happens once we break out of all-time highs and we go into price discovery? Well, Bitcoin is typically the first mover. Now, what we can see is at the point of Bitcoin breaking out, a lot of our old altcoins at that point in time were still actually just going sideways. Now, Dogecoin is a coin I like to look at because it's a great indicator for the altcoin market. So at that period of time where Bitcoin ran up to its all-time highs, Dogecoin was still going sideways in its accumulation zone. And it was only after Bitcoin broke out into price discovery that we got our first leg up for Dogecoin. And it was really only at this point in time here where Bitcoin had already topped out is when we got our massive blow off top for Dogecoin. Now, at this point, Bitcoin had already made its massive run up and was now consolidating. It's only at that point that Dogecoin really exploded in price. And not just Doge, but all of our altcoins. So when we look at the current cycle right now of where we are, so we are still just consolidating at those previous all-time highs. We have not yet broken above those all-time highs and gone into price discovery. And we can expect the exact same thing to happen as well. It's not until we actually get above this level and we make our big run up that we can actually expect our altcoins to really move and put in these parabolic moves to the upside. But looking at where we are in the cycle, I'm expecting Bitcoin to break out very soon and to get above the previous all-time highs. And when it starts to move, these altcoins are going to follow afterwards. And this is when our altcoins are going to massively outperform and do 20, 30, 40x returns. And this is why it's important to be positioned in the right coins that can make you life-changing money. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin for a second, we can actually see that we've actually just been forming a bull flag pattern for the last few months. Now, these patterns typically break to the upside. Now, a bull flag is where it's pretty much consolidating within this zone and it's a continuation pattern. So this trading pattern is actually suggesting that we're going to get a move to the upside. And when we can actually get above this line here and flip it into support, this is when I'm going to be looking for Bitcoin to make a big move to the upside. Now, we could come down slightly and come down to retest maybe the 63k level here. But I don't see us really going much lower down because we've actually broken into bullish market structure. And this is where we're putting in higher lows and higher highs. So this is bullish market structure. And this is something that I'm expecting to continue to play out as Bitcoin looks to break out of this pattern. Now, taking a look at as well at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, we can actually see that sitting above our all-time highs, we have $72 million in short liquidations, which will cause a short squeeze if we do get a push above those all-time highs. And this could be enough to really skyrocket Bitcoin to start that next leg up to the upside. So this liquidation heat map is making me more bullish for Bitcoin. But now the important stuff, which coins to buy. Now, if you haven't already got your portfolio sorted and you haven't already loaded up your bags, this is probably going to be your last chance to really accumulate in the next couple weeks before prices go absolutely crazy, because there's going to be a point in time where I'm going to tell you it's too late, because the risk is going to be too high. When Bitcoin's over 100k or 150k, the risk of buying coins at those prices is way too high, and you're better off just waiting for the next bear market. But if you haven't yet made a portfolio, or if you're just looking to add to your crypto portfolio, what coins would I be looking at? Well, taking a look at the top 10, I'm just going to give you a few coins that I like. Now, every portfolio, you should have kind of a center to your portfolio, a coin that takes up a decent percentage, that's just going to be a rock for your portfolio. Now, I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are too expensive in my opinion. So the next coin I'd be looking at is probably Solana. Now, me personally, I like XRP and I have it as the main rock of my portfolio. So if XRP performs very well, my portfolio is going to do extremely well. Now, a few other coins I like. So AVAX at the moment, this coin is extremely hot. So there was a game that launched, I forget the name of it, but it's been blowing up, and it is it is this game is absolutely being blown up. You're seeing people like Ninja streaming this game, and people don't even know that this is a Web3 game and that it's built on Avalanche, because it's just code in the background. And that's what I love about it. So I'm extremely bullish on Avalanche at the moment. I think it's going to perform extremely well. And it's definitely a coin I would be looking at adding to your portfolio. Another coin I like right now, Near Protocol. So this coin is the layer one for AI. It's been performing extremely well. I was talking about this coin back when it was like ranked 50, 60 for market cap, and it's done extremely well. As well as Sui, it's extremely hot right now. I'd maybe wait for a pullback though on Sui, just because it has gone up almost 100% in the last 30 days. But if we could get a decent pullback on Sui, definitely a coin I would be looking to add, because Sui has some of the best tech. When we're talking about blockchain, Sui is probably hands down the best blockchain right now when it comes to usability, number of transactions, almost every metric. So I do expect Sui to enter into the top 10. It's a coin that I would be looking at. Aptos as well is good. However, it's not as good as Sui. I'm not sure if you guys know, but Aptos actually launched a year earlier just because they were so afraid to compete with Sui. Now, guys, is it pronounced Sui or Sui? Correct me on that, because I'm actually not sure. Now, in terms of AI, BitTensor is hands down the leader. I've been talking about this coin for a long time. I was talking about BitTensor at $200, guys. So, if you've seen my previous videos, you already know my thoughts on this coin. I called it extremely early. I was talking about this coin back here, and it's continued to outperform the market. Now, those are just a few high cap coins for you that I really like, but the real money is going to be made investing in these lower cap coins. And how you can actually find these coins is you can actually look at different narratives. So if you want to invest in AI, for example, you can go and search the AI coins and figure out which ones are going to offer the best risk to reward ratio, and you go down the list looking at these different market caps. Now, I think AI is going to be one of the hottest narratives as well. And another narrative that I think is going to be extremely hot is actually gaming. So personally, I've actually stayed away from the gaming space just because it hasn't been my expertise. But seeing what I've seen recently with some of these Web3 games blowing up, being streamed by like Ninja and all of these massive streamers, is extremely bullish in my opinion. And I'm kind of changing my tune on gaming coins. And I'm actually looking to invest in a couple myself. A few that I do have my eye on at the moment is actually Superverse, as well as Echelon Prime. So these are two coins I don't own yet, but I might be potentially adding to my portfolio. Now, guys, one of the most important things is going to be taking profits. Now, you need to have a plan, because if you don't have a plan, you're going to get wrecked, because the goalpost is going to keep getting moved higher and higher. When Bitcoin's at 150K, everyone's going to say it's going to 200, 250. And the market's going to be so bullish and so euphoric, you're probably going to listen to all of the moon boys screaming for these high prices. But just like the last cycle, when everyone was screaming for 100K, we topped out at 69. And if you didn't take profits, then you got absolutely wrecked in the bear market. So this is why it's important to have a strategy first in place of when you're going to take profits. And for me, this is the green box here. So when Bitcoin enters into this green box here, which starts at around 135 to around 180K, this is when I'm going to start dollar cost averaging out of the market. And this is the strategy that I'm going to be sticking to. And I highly suggest as well that you come up with your own exit strategy, because this is probably the most important part, because you can do everything right, but if you can't take profits and you can't realize any of these gains, what are you going to have to show at the end of the day? That's pretty much all I've got for today's video. If you want to get started trading and investing in crypto and you're not sure which exchange to use, Binance is the biggest crypto exchange in the world, and they are the official partner of this channel. And if you're interested as well in some one-on-one coaching with me, or to purchase my top 10 picks for 2024, 2025, the coins that I believe are going to make you the most money and the most profit, message me on either Instagram or Twitter and I'll get that one to you. But besides that, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.